Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana 345. As you may remember, Rama sent Angada with a message for Ravana. If you meet your death at my hands, you will be cleansed of all your sins, and you will find a place in the heavens. Take one last look at your beloved Lanka and come to the battlefield. Tell him this and bring me back his reply. Angada jumped into the sky, and very soon he reached the great hall, where Ravana was closeted with his ministers. Angada, with his golden bracelet gleaming in the sunlight, went to the presence of Ravana, and he looked like a tongue of flame. He announced himself to Ravana. He said, I am the messenger from Rama. I am the son of Vali, and my name is Angada. I have brought you a message from Rama. He then repeated the words of Rama and waited for Ravana to speak. The anger of Ravana knew no bounds. He told his ministers, capture this monkey, which is bereft of reason. Torture him for his audacity. 4 Rakshasas caught hold of Angada, who allowed them to do so. When they were tying him up, he jumped into the air along with them and landed on the terrace of the mansion. He flung them from him and saw them fall to the ground. He then broke the turret of the mansion to splinters, and with a roar of triumph, he returned to the presence of Rama. Ravana was furious with him for what he had done, but he could do nothing about it. Rama felt that he had given every chance to Ravana, and since he did not accept his words, war was now inevitable. That was certain. The Rakshasas who were guarding the gates were watching the progress of the Vanara army. Most of them were not afraid, but some were frightened. Everyone on either side was eager to see the beginning of the war. The Vanaras were particularly jubilant, and the Rakshasas were equally impatient. They were complacent, and they were sure of destroying the army made up of monkeys, and they were not worried. Word was conveyed to Ravana about the latest developments, that Rama had begun his march toward the city and that his army had reached the 4 gates. Ravana made haste to ensure the safety of the city, and in a fit of anger, he went up to the terrace of his palace. From there he saw the sea of monkeys, which was surrounding his city. For a moment he was worried as to how that army was to be destroyed. But his natural arrogance asserted itself, and he looked very intently at Rama and the army he had brought. Rama was greatly excited now that he had decided on war. He saw, too, that Lanka was overflowing with Rakshasas, who had been placed there to guard the city. Rama's thoughts at once went to Sita, and he thought, it is here that my dear Sita has been imprisoned. She is wasting away because of sorrow and seated on the ground. She mourns the fact that she's parted from me. The thought of Sita was enough to spur him to activity. He commanded his army to begin their task of destruction. The moment they heard his words, the monkeys vied with each other to rush toward the gates and to begin the fight. Their shouts resounded everywhere, and it was frightening to the weak-minded. The Vanaras had armed themselves with huge boulders and trees which had been uprooted from the hill which was nearby. 15. The Nagapasha. Rama's army rushed toward Lanka. They began to attack the gateways and to destroy them. The Vanaras shouted and occupied the high walls surrounding the city, and their shouts were echoed from the surrounding hills. Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.